How many minutes? How many
Pardon me?
minutes?
About 10. Is that okay? Plus minus. You want it to be longer, shorter?
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 Yeah,
Okay.
but we'll see. We'll see.
It just depends. We'll just see how the
Yeah.
conversation goes. All right. So Laura, you good? Okay. So this is all about VirtualBox.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, development and moving to the cloud.
Okay, thank you. All right. Welcome to another session of DevLIVE. I'm your host, Javed Mohammed, here at Open World 2017. And I have as my guest today, Simon Couture. Simon,
Hey.
welcome to the show.
Thank you,
And
Javed.
Simon is the Director of Product Management for VirtualBox
VirtualBox and Oracle VM.
and Oracle VM. So Simon, I think last time we met was we were just talking Moscow.
Yeah, Moscow.
It's been a while, and here we are
Yeah.
on the back home.
Yeah.
Well, home for me.
Yeah, for you.
It's how's the weather in Italy?
Yeah, the weather now is becoming colder. You know, it's autumn. So
Okay.
yeah, but it's good enough. Let me
All
say.
right. So we're going to talk about VirtualBox.
VirtualBox.
Let's just first of all just talk at a very elementary level for the folks, for the developers out there who may not know about it. Just give us like the elevator pitch of 30 seconds, 1 minute overview. What is VirtualBox?
Yeah, so VirtualBox is a desktop virtualization solution that you can really easily install on any desktop operating system. So
Okay.
it can run
So
on
Windows,
Linux, Mac
Mac.
OS.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, all on all the Linux distribution, and so on all, let me say, the main x86 platforms at the end. And
Alright.
thanks to this desktop virtualization solution, you have the option to have on top of VirtualBox any x86 operating system running on a single hardware, on a single system.
Got it.
So it's a sort of very interesting solution, mostly for developers. Because if you are going, for example, to build your own application, able to run on many different platforms, you can still continue to work on your laptop, for example, because thanks to VirtualBox, you can test and run your application on different
So you don't need 3 different platforms to develop.
You do not need one system with Microsoft Windows, another Linux, another Mac OS, and so on.
Got
You
it.
only need one. And on
Okay.
top of it, you can build your own VMs, your own virtual machines, and run your application. You can also develop your application. And the cool part is that when you completed your software, your solution, on top of this VM, the same VM can be easily migrated to the cloud. And when I say to the cloud, it can be the private cloud, like for example, Oracle VM Server, private cloud appliance, or the Oracle public cloud.
Got it.
And on this, we also worked a lot. So lately, we had the release candidate 1 for VirtualBox 5.2. And one of the main targets into this release had been the creation of a bridge between VirtualBox and the Oracle Cloud.
Okay.
In fact, now, in the next release of VirtualBox 5.2, you will be able to export a VM into the format that Oracle Public Cloud would like to have.
Okay. Have we made public when VMbox 5.2 will be coming?
So we are working to have it available as soon as possible. Our target is to have it available by the end of the month.
Uh-huh.
Actually, everyone can already download and install the 5.2 release candidate 1. So 5.2 release candidate 1 is already available on public website. You can download it, you can test it, you can work with it.
And the cool thing about it is free?
Yeah, obviously VirtualBox is free, so you can use for free on your own desktop, laptop environment. It's open source, totally open source. The VirtualBox base package is totally open source, GPL version 2 code, and so you can install, you can modify the code, you can redistribute if you want. So it's totally open.
So who says the best things in life aren't free?
Yeah.
Correct? All right. So one thing, so when I'm just thinking, obviously the benefits of it are very obvious. Instead of requiring multiple types of hardware, you've got one platform. What about from a performance standpoint? Can you just speak to that? Because usually when you talk about virtualization, there's a overhead involved. So can you just speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, sure.
Because that may be a concern for some people.
Into the latest 5.1 release that is actual GA release for VirtualBox, we already worked to improve as much as possible all the performances, mostly related to the I/O. And that said, another important thing to know is that on top of AVM, you can also install the Guest Edition. Guest Edition is a package able to bring you the best performances possible on top of AVM running on VirtualBox. These Guest Edition are available for all x86 platforms, and so thanks to this piece of software that you can install on the VM, you can also have very good performances from a CPU, memory, I/O, and also network point of view.
Okay, all right. Well, it sounds like a very, very exciting thing. People should go and check it out. If they want more details, where do they go? Is there a URL you can share?
Yeah, virtualbox.org is our main website where all the communities work. But obviously, you can find also many interesting things like documentation, white paper, how to get things, also on our Oracle Technology website, so on OTN.
Okay, all right then. And I'll put that URL in the description when I post it also.
Sure.
Simon, always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for coming down.
My pleasure, Javed. Thank you. Thank you.